HarperCollins presents The Patriarchs, The Origins of Inequality by Angela Saini, read by Sohm Kapila. Timeline 13 million to 4 million BCE. The human lineage diverges from other apes, including chimpanzees and bonobos, according to various scientific estimates. Roughly 300,000 BCE, our species, Homo sapiens, appears in the archaeological record in Africa. 10,000 BCE, an agricultural revolution begins in the Middle East's Fertile Crescent, following many thousands of years of plant cultivation across the world, making the start of this region's Neolithic period. 7,400 BCE, large Neolithic communities in Çatalhöyük in southern Anatolia are relatively gender-blind, according to the archaeologist Ian Hodder. Around 7,000 BCE, the body of a female hunter of big game is buried in the Peruvian Andes. 5,000 to 3,000 BCE, a genetic bottleneck emerges in Europe and parts of Asia and Africa, suggesting that a small number of men are having disproportionately more children than other men. 3,300 BCE, the start of the Bronze Age in North Africa, the Middle East, the Indian subcontinent, and parts of Europe. 2,500 BCE, Kubaba founds the third dynasty of Kish in Mesopotamia, ruling as a king in her own right. 2,500 BCE to 1200 BCE, a movement of people from the Eurasian steppe into Europe and then into Asia, bringing apparently more violent and male-dominated cultures, according to the archaeologist Maria Gimbutas. 750 BCE, wealthier ancient Greek homes are divided into separate spaces for women and men. 700 BCE, the ancient Greek poet Hesiod describes women as a deadly race and tribe, with a nature to do evil, in his History of the World, the Theogony. Around 622 BCE, an early form of the Old Testament book of Deuteronomy is written, which has instructions for men on how to treat women taken captive in battle. Around 950 CE, a high-status female Viking leader and warrior is buried in Birka, Sweden. 1227, death of the Mongol leader Genghis Khan, whose descendants are thought to include 1 in 200 of all the men alive today. 1590, meeting of Native American Haudenosaunee women in Seneca Falls to demand peace between their peoples. 1680, the English political theorist Sir Robert Filmer's Patriarchs defends the divine right of kings by arguing that a monarch has natural authority over his people the way a father does over his household. 1765, the English jurist Sir William Blackstone's Commentaries on the Laws of England reinforced the principle that a woman's legal existence is incorporated into her husband's during marriage. 1848, the world's first women's rights convention is held at the Wesleyan Chapel in Seneca Falls, New York. 1870, the Married Women's Property Act is passed in the United Kingdom, allowing married women to legally keep their own earnings. 1884, the German socialist philosopher Friedrich Engels writes that matriarchal human societies were overthrown by a world historical defeat of the female sex. 1900, the Asante Queen Mother Nana Ya Asantewa in Ghana leads a war of independence against the British Empire. 1917, the Russian Revolution leads to the creation of the first socialist state. 1920, Soviet Russia becomes the first country in the world to legalize abortion. 1960, Sirimavo Bandaranaike is elected the world's first woman Prime Minister in Sri Lanka. 1976, the Kerala legislature in India
Sample complete. Ready to continue?